We give an award every year at this district conference in Gerry Horgan's name. And Gerry Horgan was a member, a chief steward in Local 1103 in Westchester, New York, who, during the 1989 telephone strike, while walking on a picket line, was run over by a scab and killed. We wear red, and I know everybody in this room wears red on Thursday, every Thursday, and that was started to keep Gerry's memory alive. So everybody in this room, and almost everybody in CWA, I'd say, and probably some other unions too, but at least everybody in CWA wears red and has worn red for the last 25 years, every single Thursday, and that's in remembrance of Gerry Horgan. So I'll have some more to say in a little while. I just got to tell you that Gerry was killed on August 15, 1989, and we're coming up on the 25th anniversary on August 15th. And as a very young National Union rep, when they brought Gerry to the hospital that day, the president at the time of the phone company was deciding that he was going to go to the hospital. And there were about 300 to 400 members of Local 1103 doing a vigil at that hospital. And I was sent to the hospital because we figured that if this guy showed up, the president of the phone company who we were on strike with, that these 300 to 400 members of Local 1103 would probably not take kindly to the guy who sent that scab to run over Gerry Horgan and kill him. So I was sent up there to try to keep the peace and keep our members of Local 1103 from tearing this guy apart. He never showed up at the hospital, which was a good thing, because, quite frankly, I don't know whether I would have done my job that day or not. So that's just a little explanation of what Gerry Horgan, or how Gerry Horgan was killed, and what happened 25 years ago on August 15th. So to start off with, we're going to have, as was done at Gerry's funeral, and Gerry's funeral was an amazing, amazing funeral. Thousands, truly thousands of telephone workers lined up in the streets in Westchester County, or Rockland County, I don't remember which, or Rockland County, which is right above Westchester County. Thousands of telephone workers in red shirts lined the way from the highway to the church to pay their respects to Gerry Horgan. And our next person to come up here sang, and I'll never forget it, Amazing Grace on that day. And she is now going to sing Amazing Grace as she did 25 years ago. Jeanette Score from Local 1103. Now the president of the Retirees Club from Local 1103.
Amazing grace, how sweet
now, brothers and sisters, I'd like to bring up the president, the now president of CWA Local 1103, Kevin Sheil, to say a few words.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Vice President Shelton, for giving me the honor to speak to you this evening about Gerry Horgan. As you know, Gerry Horgan was a member of Local 1103 when he was killed on the picket line almost 25 years ago while on strike. I didn't know Gerry Horgan, but I feel as if I did, because if you worked in Local 1103, you learned about him from day one. And those who worked with him would never, ever, ever let you forget about him. And we have never forgotten about Gerry Horgan. As the saying goes, gone, but not forgotten. I'm proud that the local has continued a tradition to mark the anniversary of his passing. Every year on August 15th, a group of dedicated friends and family members, along with Union brothers and sisters from other CWA locals, have continuously attended a respectful ceremony at the spot where this tragedy took place so many years ago. Since 1989, we have paid tribute, we have prayed, sang songs and cried, and we do this to honor his sacrifice and pay our respects, and of course to keep his memory alive. Gerry died almost 25 years ago, and for those who knew him, it is hard not to remember his death and the circumstances surrounding it. But tonight, I won't talk to you about the details of the incident, because to do so I risk dramatizing the tragedy, and to do that trivializes his life. So who was Gerry? Gerry was any of us. Gerry was each of us. Gerry was all of us. It didn't matter now, it doesn't matter what local he came from, it doesn't matter now what employer he worked for, it doesn't matter now if he was from New York, New Jersey, or Massachusetts, or anywhere else in New England. What matters is that he was doing the right thing when he was killed in that picket line while on strike against a greedy corporation. What matters is that he thought he was going home at the end of the day to be with his family, and he never made it. So we are here tonight for a greater purpose. We are here to celebrate and to remember Gerry's life and what it means to each of us. The memory of Gerry Horgan evokes different things to different people. He was a loving husband, father, brother, and son to his family. A man who shared their good times and their bad, and a man who loved each of them dearly. Gerry was a leader, a comrade, and a teacher. He was a United States Marine, a man's man. He was a volunteer firefighter and a mountain rescue team member, a man who could be counted on when facing dangerous duties. To his union brothers and sisters, he was the union. He was an able representative and a tremendous advocate for workers everywhere. He was a leader and a fighter for fairness. To the old-timers, he was a student, and to the rookies, a teacher. He was eager to learn the job and to share what he learned with others. Gerry was a union activist, an up-and-coming union leader, and Gerry was a man committed to the cause, committed to the union movement, and committed to this union, CWA. But most of all, Gerry was a friend to those who loved him, whose time on earth was way too short. So I hope we continue to honor his sacrifice and memory by working for fairness and equality and opportunity for all workers everywhere. I would like to read a short poem. I didn't write it. It was called "Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep." And I think it respectfully epitomizes the type of man Gerry was. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on the snow. I am the sunlight on the ripening grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift, uplifting rush. Of quiet birds in circled flight, I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there, I did not die. Thank you very much. We do have a special guest this evening, I want to thank Chris and everyone else in District 1 for making it happen. Gerry's brother, Brian Horgan, is here, and I would like to call him up here, please. Brian Horgan.
First, I want to thank Chris Shelton and all the officers and staff of District 1 for being kind enough to invite us. Karen, Christine, and Danielle sent their love. They had a prior commitment. They're down in Florida. They couldn't be here, but they thank you again. And for those who don't know, Karen's husband's with her because the union's been very supportive, including she married a CWA organizer, Rick Martini, who's a great guy. CWA has been part of the Horgan family for 25 years now. When I use the word family, I use it strongly. And those who know me know I've never been lost for words in a thing like this. Too many people to thank. I do want to make Kevin thank you so much for those words because you nailed it. You nailed it. So many familiar faces, new faces, but faces that were there from the very beginning. You guys from 1103, some of our Brooklyn people were there today. Fran, Mark, all of you. As I said, I've never lost the words, but I want to share something with you. Because I want to tell you what CWA has meant to us. And not to me. I've said it, and I've said it with passion many times, how you've lived up to the words brother and sisterhood. I want to give it to you in words of, pardon me. Fran, about 3 years ago, got from a business agent out of 1103, said, 25 years from the day your brother was sitting in that car, and then I saw you lose it. And I lost it at a golf tournament a couple years ago. Because my niece wrote something and she read it to the 1103. And I'd like you to hear what she meant to a girl who lost her dad at 2 years old and her younger sister. I just changed the dates. 25 years ago, a man woke up and got out of bed. He ate breakfast and read about a union strike in the paper. He hugged his kids, kissed his young wife goodbye, and drove off to stand beside his brothers and sisters at the CWA. He didn't know that he would come home that night. He didn't know that that kiss goodbye was his last. I believe if my father, Edward Gerry Horgan, had known what he would sacrifice for the rights and betterment of his friends and co-workers, he would have still shown up to that picket line that day with a smile and a joke. My father knew the importance of what he and his fellow strikers were doing. He knew how strong that bond between him and all the members of the union was. And he was right. To my family, the CWA is more than just a collective bargaining unit. It was more than just about trying to get the best contract possible. To my family, CWA was and is our family. We had sleepovers with Joey and Michael at Uncle Joey's house. Aunt Jerry curled our hair for Christmas. And Uncle Tony never once forgot a birthday. One of my fondest memories is pedaling my bike with the sparkly streamers around Baldwin Park in Long Island, eating a hot dog, installing lots and lots of beer, and seeing all of my extended family at that annual softball tournament. I can't list all the people who did these little things that a dad might do, but all of them had an impact. My sister and I grew older, but we never forgot the support of our loving CWA family. We carried with us the heart, strength, and wisdom of all our aunts, uncles, and cousins who were such an important part of our childhood. That's you guys. Without your help, we wouldn't be who we are today. I'm not going to finish it, but her last line was, my family has been blessed to be part of your family, and for that, we will always be grateful. Thank you. God bless you.
Brothers and sisters, just a little token. August 15, 1989, a date no member of CWA will ever forget. It is the day our brother Gerry Horgan gave his life for his union. As we commemorate the 25th anniversary of this truly sad occasion, we all, each and every member of CWA, must be ever thankful for not only Gerry's ultimate sacrifice, but for his extraordinary life as well. We in CWA have demonstrated our gratitude and commitment to Gerry's ideals every Thursday for these 25 years by wearing red, presented to CWA Local 1103, July 29, 2014. August 15, 1989, a date no member of CWA will ever forget. It is the day our brother Gerry Horgan gave his life for his union. As we commemorate the 25th anniversary of this truly sad occasion, we all, each and every member of CWA, must be ever thankful for not only Gerry's ultimate sacrifice, but for his extraordinary life as well. We in CWA have demonstrated our gratitude and commitment to Gerry's ideals every Thursday for these 25 years by wearing red, presented to the Horgan family, July 29, 2014.